may be noticing more and more gluten-free products at the grocery stores. Gluten is a protein that's actually found in wheat, barley, and rye. And going gluten-free is now a billion-dollar industry. We have Caroline Shannon Karasik in from the Miami Valley, and she joins us this morning with your new cookbook.
Yes.
And an awesome gluten-free recipe. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Thank you so much for coming in. The first question I want to just get out of the way right off the bat is gluten, is it an actual allergy or just an intolerance?
So gluten is an actual intolerance. We say allergy and sometimes it's interchangeable, but an allergy would actually induce an anaphylaxis response, whereas an intolerance is for someone who is intolerant to gluten, they have a gut response. So you're dealing with digestive issues and, you know, other things that are very painful and you know, uncomfortable. So, but that's the major difference between the two in terms of intolerance versus allergy.
Okay, so not a technical allergy, it's an intolerance, but still something that people go through and feel that pain when they're eating that gluten. And so what's important is finding the foods that work for your digestive system. And you have a really cool recipe this morning that actually doesn't even take any really gluten-free products. It's just in terms of making it with the right ingredients. What do we have?
Right, so this is one of my favorite recipes because it doesn't involve any complicated, expensive gluten-free flours. You can kind of just work with some things that you have in the home. So these are some Flourless Chocolate Chip Pistachio Cookies. They're one of my favorites.
Oh my goodness.
And in order to make them, it's pretty simple. Actually, we're going to whip some egg whites, and you just kind of get like a frothy thing going on here.
Okay, and that's easy so far. We're not seeing any complicated
some
processes.
Vanilla. Yeah, some vanilla. And just give it a mix in there.
Okay, then we have some salt.
Yeah, the salt is going to go right in here.
And when you talk about gluten-free, sometimes it's also just something that maybe someone wants to go on the diet just because it makes them feel better. It's not necessarily that they even have the intolerance, but it can be a healthy lifestyle.
Right, yeah. So I have a lot of people that come up to me and say, I just feel better, you know?
Exactly.
And they see that, so at first when this gets going, it's going to look like nothing's going to happen.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden we'll get a really nice, beautiful batter.
And you have pistachios as well as chocolate chips.
We're going to add some chocolate chips. These are actually some dairy-free and gluten-free chocolate chips and some
what
pistachios.
are some foods that people should stay away from if they are gluten intolerant?
So like you mentioned earlier, it's wheat, barley, and rye, and some contaminated oats. So oats on their own are gluten-free, but they are very often processed with wheat. So you want to stay away from all those things. And gluten goes by many names. So on my site, sincerelycaroline.com, I list a lot of the different names. And yeah, there you go.
Awesome.
And you have to watch. Oops, sorry. You want to mix?
Go ahead. You mix.
You got to put a little muscle into these ones.
I'm not doing a good job. Nothing's happening when I mix it. Now she's about to mix it.
They come together, and it looks like really naughty brownie batter, which I love because when the cookies are all done, you get this nice center to them, and
then you just stick them in the oven.
Yeah,
350.
Scoop them out, put them on the oven 350.
Perfect.
Yeah, and once the batter comes together, we can put them on the pan and. We're ready to go.
Yeah. And something important to note out there, anyone that does have those digestive issues, or you might just be feeling like, oh, something that I ate didn't feel good, definitely get that checked out. I myself have Crohn's disease. You are gluten intolerant, and it is really important to go to your doctor to get that checked out. For more on Caroline's book, Gluten-Free Revolution, log on to fox45now.com and click on Fox 45 in the morning. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
This looks amazing. Is this something that we can just kind of dip our finger in and eat?
It's totally messy. You're going to plop it right on the pan, and there's
delicious. Chris, we'll toss it over to you.